It's been more than 250 hours since we started this adventure. The system remains the same. Taking on work one step at a time, but doing the step with consistency, even when it gets hard. As I'm working towards my second premium month, 8.3 gear and 100 million in bank, I start the week by farming in the mist. To put some silver aside, I'm using a cheaper build that's allowing me to do more mistakes. A 6.1, it's about 300k if you buy order it. If you are starting out, you can just pick lower tier that you can afford. Our first skill is a dual sword that really thinks that he can 1 versus 1 a player with 200 IP more than him. When you play Curse Staff, you should expect a lot of experienced players trying to kill you with low IP. The only fights I won't participate are those against Fire Staff, bows, and anything with too much reflects of shields. My RNG was nice in this common map, and I got one uncommon chest worth 700k. To see how big the RNG in this game counts, a little earlier in the same day I got a 7-free Grandmaster Pike, which I sold with 1.4 million. Our next friend on the hit list is this Fist of Avalon that follows me around. I disengage a few times to make sure I have the proper cooldowns, and I got the kill worth 400k. The fun of playing Curse Staff is that when two high gear people are fighting, you can join in at the last moment and cash some gear even if you play more conservative builds. I managed to get dismounted and kill the Shadow Color guy. Unfortunately, most of his gear gets trashed and the Gathering sword that he fought escapes and comes back. It was only 200k, but the fame was also nice. He cursed me a little later, but that's the game we're playing. A great encounter in the Abbey, a Fist of Avalon lies in wait to kill me. I prepare accordingly, changing my spells and then get on it. I have similar IP, so I know I can fight him. I use my Hunter Hood to reflect his main combo, and the fight is pretty much done from there. To cover up for deaths, I also gather at least 30 minutes a day. I unlocked T7 on my second gathering resource, and the silver is consistent if you keep at it. The build is nothing fancy, just normal gathering gear, Cropper journals, and a BloodLetter for more escape chances. Farming a lot of mist in the black zone has its advantages. By gathering enough favor, now I could go ahead and buy T5 owls. The silver you can get for the amount of favor is better than in most Conqueror chests. This Realm Breaker farms right in front of me, even though he knows the potential of my gear. I go straight in and start fighting. I time my Hunter Hood and reflect his main combo. After that, it's free win using my remaining gear abilities. While doing your farming, you can expect to sometimes die even when you're paying full attention. These throw staffs come at me, and after I get dismounted, it's a free meal. I tried to escape, but he had a mobility build, so I couldn't reach the exit. This is why you should only use gear that you can replace without hurting your bank. If you pay close enough attention to your surroundings and up your SVX and ambient sounds, you will hear a player before you can see his name tag. I go ahead and check him out, and as he doesn't use his abilities well, I end up with a 300k. After the Wild Blood update, I decided to go for a more aggressive build that gives me more chances to gank and outplay more gear opponents. Our first bloods with this build were on a solo dungeon dive and in the open world. It wasn't much silver, but taking in consideration you could do the same thing with cheaper builds, it's worth trying. Our next victim is a Nature Staff Gatherer that tries the mist camps with gathering equipment on. 700k for us in just 2 minutes. This overcharged battle axe wants to fight for this coffer, so I accepted the invitation and start stacking my Q. As it doesn't back to let the stacks wear off, I'm going for the kill, which is pretty easy because I got 80% of his HP with the first combo. Regardless of your gear and experience in the game, remember that there's always someone better than you, and you'll die if he catches you off guard or in certain circumstances. Be humble and learn to take the losses, or you'll get back to the safe zone in no time. At the moment of recording this video, I'm at T8 skinning, T7 on fiber harvesting, and 52 million silver towards my first 100. I'm new to this game, but by applying what I know, what I learned from others, and by practicing, Step by step, I'll become the best for at least one aspect of this game. If you want more tips on how to win more, check out the video that I left on the right. And remember, always and forever, better support wins.